Hello everyone, welcome back to my review channel, and today I'm going to keep going with the comic book series Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm going to be doing two issues today. This issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which should be on, we're on number 7 right now. And the next issue to the Micro series, which involves Donatello. So, got two issues, and this does go after number 7. It was put out after number 7, so that's the way I'm going to be talking about it. So, but I put it together like that. Let's talk about what happens here. I'm going to hold this up for a minute. See what happens with the thumbnail. Get that light out of it. This introduces Krang. That's pretty cool. At the very beginning, it shows Krang in a bodysuit. Metal bodysuit with what looks to be rock people next to him, his thugs, if it was, and he goes to Baxter Stockman, who Krang has been giving, he's been giving just minerals and stuff to Stockman, so he can make this ooze, make the mutagen ooze. So Krang supplies the stuff for Baxter Stockman to make it himself. So Krang decides, and he's on a different planet, or a different dimension right now at the very beginning. It's the planet, Neutrino, the planet Neutrino. I thought it'd be awesome if we start with X, Dimension X, but whatever. This is where he found, he goes to ask, hey, where Krang does. Krang asks Baxter Stockman, where's my mutagen? I need the mutagen so I can have some superpowered people, because I need them. I need people. And Baxter, goes to tell him what happened, and basically, pretty soon he's going to have a sample of the blood he needs from the Turtles. That's basically what he's saying to Krang. Now, goes from here, switches to the Turtles in the sewer. And now while they're in the sewer, they're just training or just doing their own thing, just whatever, just playing around, hanging out. And all of a sudden, Michelangelo and Raphael are up above, and they're actually getting food for everyone else at a pizzeria place. So Raph and Mikey are up above getting pizza and a salad for Splinter to bring down. So that leaves Splinter, Leonardo, and Donatello in the sewer. So they're Leonardo's training, Donatello's just working on his mechanical stuff, what he wants to do. Splinter is meditating. And all of a sudden, a whole bunch of mousers just envelop the room, just crash through the brick wall and just start raising havoc. And they go on to fight all these mousers. And you go to see that Hob is actually in the back with the remote, controlling these mousers. So, and they notice him too. The Turtles actually notice Hob as well, and Hob goes to say, hey, yeah, I'm bringing these mousers here because you guys are about to get caught, right now. And at the very last page, then it switches by the middle, close to the end, you get to see Casey Jones training April O'Neil, with a punching bag, kind of self-defense lessons. But right at the very end, you get to see, very last page here, Leonardo just in a big room of mousers by himself. You already see Donnie in the back, already getting pretty beat up. I just want to go try to show the best picture I can. So yeah, there's that. So that's how that ends. That's issue 7. Now, this is issue number 3 of the Micro series involving Donatello. Now, in the Donatello version of the old school series, comic book series, it was one of my favorite storylines. It was actually in the cartoon as well, and they made a few things of it in the cartoon, and they also put out little booklets, which was from the cartoon. They had comic books out from the cartoon, but it was It was like something where you probably get it from like a Happy Meal or a kids meal of like Pizza Hut or something back in the day. I don't even remember how I got this, but it was just a little storybook of little stories, done more quickly than the cartoon did. But it involved one of my favorite stories, like comic book of Donnie would involve one of my favorite stories, the Ninja Turtle stories of all time, and it was involved the crystal. In the comic book, old school, Donnie found this guy, this living somewhere down in this sewer, I do believe somewhere. He found him, or in like a back room or whatever, and he would draw things, and Donnie realized that this crystal on top of this pen or pencil would bring the things to life and out of the page. And it was one of my favorite stories. It still is. I love that storyline, and this is basically a homage to that storyline. I was hoping so much that it was going to be that, just like redone, because that storyline was phenomenal. I'm sorry, I was like, that's seriously, I'm not lying, one of my favorite. And it was the Donatello story. It involved the crystal. It involved, God, am I thinking? Yeah, it involved Kirby. Like, that's the name of the dude that was drawing stuff. And it's really good. I mean, when you're a comic book fan, you really love that. And when I was a kid, I was like, I know who Kirby is. That looks like Kirby art. And it's supposed to be that way. I love that story, and I really wish they redid that, but you can't just redo it, and I understand that, but this is a homage to that. Basically, there's a point, well, in this issue, Donatello goes to a science expo. He goes to a science expo, and he meets up with a scientist, and he wants to talk to and meet him, but he follows this guy to inside of an office where Baxter Stockman is interviewing him, and Donatello knows who Baxter Stockman is. So he's already getting bad vibes. Basically, Stockman wants to hire the scientist with all of his gadgetry, because the scientist makes like gadgets and stuff, to find turtles with this little machine, hunt them down, and just bring them a blood sample. And once he presses the button to this little machine, it's like goes right to Donnie, like right there. He's in the room. So they get in a little fight, and Donnie's trying to talk to the scientist, and they realize that they've talked to each other already over the internet, and they don't like each other's internet personalities. But they're able to come to a type of truce by the end of it, and it's not really a truce, more than just they talked it out, they realized what's really going on here, and the scientist doesn't really want to help Stockman, but he wants to get paid. He doesn't really want to help Baxter Stockman, though. He just wants to be recognized for the good scientist that he is. But there's this one part in it where it's just the homage to that other original Donatello comic book. And that's when he holds this machine that the scientist made. This machine right here. He's holding on his arm. That's basically what it looked like in the original comic. And this is the closest thing you get to the Donatello story. In that original storyline, Kirby, the artist, drew Donatello and drew this on his arm. So Donatello would automatically appear with this machine on. And it looks exactly the same. It's awesome. So it's like a little tip of the hat to the Donatello story, but they needed to make another one. A different one. So by the end of this, Donatello is able to escape with the scientist from Baxter Stockman and his other gun-toting henchmen, and able to escape with the scientist. Scientist leads in his car. They kind of they're not friendly. They're still not friendly with each other. They're still the scientist isn't friendly with Donnie, even though Donatello is trying to be friendly with them. The scientist still isn't having it. He doesn't care about Donatello. Basically, is what do you know about humans, and leaves. What do you know about people, Donatello, and leaves. So there's that, and by the very last page, Donatello goes back to the sewer with his buddies. He's down, moping, and he's had a sad day. He tried to talk to the scientist he felt like he could have had another scientist for him, someone to talk to. But by the end of it, he goes back home depressed, And who pops up online right when he gets there? But the scientist guy. It's like, so-and-so wants to talk to, or wants you to join, wants you, so-and-so, to join him in a campaign. And they know, like, who each other are. They're like, you are? Yeah. So they already know. But that's the very last page. So, yeah. That is Donatello. The number 3 of the micro series. Good stuff. But yeah, that is it. That is it. That's all for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. Leave all your comments, suggestions down bottom. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. And thank you very much for all your time. And have a good day.